My boyfriend forgot my birthday until my coworker said, someone should spoil you. My boyfriend suddenly had surprise plans all along. My boyfriend woke up on my 30th birthday scrolling through Reddit on his phone. I waited for him to say something, anything, but he just asked if I'd seen his gym shorts. When I mentioned it was a special day, he said, can't be that special if I'm still going to work. The man I'd been with for 3 years couldn't remember the one day I asked him to make special. By the time I said it's my birthday, he was already halfway to the bathroom. Oh shit, happy birthday babe. Then the shower turned on. Conversation over. No kiss, no hug, not even eye contact. I spent my morning commute wondering when I'd become so invisible that my own boyfriend needed reminders about my existence. Walking into the office, I found my entire cubicle transformed. Balloons, streamers, a banner reading birthday queen, and my favorite cake from the bakery across town that required ordering days in advance. Julian stood there with our team, huge smile on his face. Surprise. Nobody should start their 30th birthday without knowing they're appreciated. My throat tightened. He remembered not just the date, but that I'd mentioned loving red velvet with cream cheese frosting during some random lunch conversation months ago. How did you even remember all this? I asked, overwhelmed by coworkers singing happy birthday. You mentioned your golden birthday was coming up, 30 on the 30th. That only happens once, Julian said, handing me coffee prepared exactly how I liked it. Plus, I made reservations at that new sushi place you've been dying to try. Got the whole crew coming for lunch. The contrast hit me like a physical blow. Julian had planned this for weeks based on throwaway comments I'd made. Meanwhile, my boyfriend of 3 years couldn't remember without being explicitly told that morning. During our team lunch, surrounded by people who'd cleared their schedules just to celebrate me, I kept checking my phone. Nothing from my boyfriend since his half-hearted morning acknowledgement. Not even a simple, hope you're having a good day text. At 3 p.m., he finally called, what do you want for dinner? Chinese or pizza? I don't feel like going anywhere fancy. I couldn't even speak. 3 years of forgotten birthdays, last-minute gas station flowers, and now he couldn't even pretend to put in effort on my 30th. Julian noticed my expression change. Everything okay? He asked quietly while others chatted. Just my boyfriend asking if I want Chinese or pizza for my birthday dinner. I tried to laugh it off. Julian's jaw tightened slightly. On your 30th birthday? That's what he's offering? The disgust in his voice validated every feeling I'd been suppressing. You deserve better than that. You always have. You deserve someone who treats today like the event it is, Julian said, loud enough for not just our coworkers to hear, but my boyfriend as well. Someone should properly spoil you, especially today. My boyfriend spoke up at that. Who's with you? Your location shows you're still at work. His voice was sharp, suspicious. Just coworkers. We did a birthday lunch. Which coworkers? The territorial edge in his voice was new. Why is your coworker telling you these things? Julian must have sensed the shift because he leaned closer, speaking directly toward my phone. Tell him not to worry about dinner. I'll make sure his girlfriend gets treated like she actually matters tonight. The line went quiet. Then, I'll be there in 20 minutes. He arrived in 15, bursting through our office doors with grocery store roses and a generic birthday card clearly grabbed from the gas station downstairs. Surprise, baby, he announced to the entire floor. Taking my girlfriend to her favorite restaurant for her special day. He shot daggers at Julian while possessively wrapping his arm around my waist. Julian stood up slowly, calm and controlled. Funny how you suddenly have plans. 5 minutes ago, it was Chinese or pizza. My boyfriend's face reddened. I was throwing her off the scent. Been planning this for weeks. Really? Julian smiled. Which restaurant? I'm curious since she mentioned at lunch you hadn't made any reservations. That's none of your business. My boyfriend pulled me toward the door. We're leaving. Now. Julian called after us. Don't forget to thank me for reminding you what day it is. She'll definitely remember who actually made it special. The car ride started in suffocating silence. Finally, at a red light, he exploded. That guy is obviously into you. The cake, the decorations, the restaurant. Who does that for a coworker? I stared out the window. Someone who actually listens when I talk. I listen. He slammed the steering wheel. You didn't even know it was my birthday until I told you this morning. Julian remembered it was my golden birthday from a conversation 3 months ago. So what? You want to be with Julian now? His voice dripped with accusation. I want to be with someone who doesn't need another man's attention to remember that I matter. The silence that followed stretched all the way home. His white knuckles on the wheel told me everything about our relationship's future.